Secrets lie buried deep within the Undercroft. The Paradox provides the means to extract them. You must protect the excavators and keep them powered. An extractor is out of power. Extraction site may now be claimed. Extractor in place. Void treasure extraction site. Extractor deployed. Charge expended. Enemies are assaulting your excavator. A void treasure has been located. Extractor in place. An extractor is out of power. Treasure may now be extracted. You have gained much. If you choose, you may now leave. Leave now or later. But leave you must, for the Undercroft is inexhaustible. Your presence is enough to hold the Paradox at bay, but the environment itself will fight to choke you out. likely life support will appear. Use it only as you must. Advise you not to be content with merely doing enough. A true Tenno understands how to combine the elements coursing through their warframes. Prove yourself. Find the crucible and the amphors it needs to create a complex elemental force. Found a crucible. Now, liberate the necessary amphors from your enemies. Combine electricity and coal. Find the next crucible. Even in the Undercroft, toxin and cold create a viral elemental force. Even in the depths of the Undercroft, the laws of alchemical science remain unbroken. This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. This Tenno asset is destined to be destroyed by hostile forces. Intervene and change its fate. Prepare yourself. A fresh wave approaches. Blow fiercely. The rains do not relent. Still, the stout bough stands. This battle is already half won. The enemy musters for a fresh assault. Hold the line. enemy has been exhausted. Only for now. Do not expect me to tell you when to stop. Judge for yourself. The Void Angels that roost in the Zariman are breaking into the Undercroft. Repair the damage to keep them at bay. You will have to be nimble to collect those energy globes, but they are the only means to close the breaches. If the Void Angels break through the wall, their master will be freed. Do not allow that to happen. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade. Is closed. The paradox stabilizes. Breach has been sealed. Excellent work. Void Angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold fast. may become a gaping wound. Thanks to you, that will not now happen. It is my duty to make extraordinary demands of exceptional people. Cowards send minions to fight in their stead. This jackal is a mere envoy. Destroy it. A warrior must strike where the foe's armor is weakest.
You just...
Evade. You can attack later. To attack when an opening presents itself. Avoid the beams. Now, strike while it's down. You have triggered its defensive precepts. Find where it has fled to. Something is shielding it from harm. Find out what. Seek out what protects it. This victory serve as a warning. Duviri is defended. Will you lay your sword aside and rest? Or fight on? Like an infected wound, the paradox breeds defenders out of the raw void. Contain the paradox. Kill the enemy. The battle has barely begun.
What a waste! Just...
Return to the world above. There is a time for training and a time for tea.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
So, what adventures have you been on today, my heart? I'm gonna go take a long, hot bath in a dark room, soak out these aches. If you wanna join me, I won't say no.
left behind from the time of Scholar's Landing. Master their alchemy to understand the elemental forces you wield. Locate a crucible. You found a crucible. Now, liberate the necessary amphors from our enemies. Even in the Undercroft, toxin and cold create a viral elemental force. Find an amphor and throw it at the crucible. Find the next crucible. Toxin and cold are the seeds of the viral elemental force. Replicate these elemental combinations as you modify your weapons and warframes. This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. History dictates that this Tenno asset was destroyed in a grave setback to the cause. Let us rewrite that event. Prepare yourself. A fresh wave approaches. To rest. Already a new onslaught begins. Resolve is being tested. Do not falter. Enemies incoming. Stand fast. The enemy has been scattered to the void. I advise you not to be content with merely doing enough. Your presence is enough to hold the paradox at bay, but the environment itself will fight to choke you out. Systems charged with life support. support is inbound. Periodically, life support will appear. Use it only as you must.
Hey, Mr. B, how are you?
Doing great. I forgot to plug my headphones into my controller, so I just heard your voice come out of it for the first time, along with the creepy background music of Warframe starting up, and it was just nightmare fuel.
I'm glad my voice can do that.
Well, no, you know how it
I know.
doesn't sound right.
But yeah, especially coming from the TV.
No, it was coming from the controller.
Oh, that's even worse.
Much worse. The
Especially
worst.
since PlayStation's done something. Not PlayStation, Warframe's done something with their controller volume. Still creeps me out.
Yeah, it's weird and bad. And today is just not been a good day.
Too many shit happening, or just pain?
Definitely pain.
It is my duty to make extraordinary demands of
I'm
exceptional
distracted
people.
because the extractors have a new
Secrets lie buried deep within the undercroft. The paradox
mechanism.
provides the means to
Huh?
extract them. You
Yeah,
must
when
protect
you
the excavators
when
and
you
keep
deploy
them
extractors the
powered.
normal way,
Oh,
and then you go to you check the ones that are ready, you can claim and redeploy. But I think it's not working properly because
An
it's still
extractor is
saying
out
it.
of power.
weird. I forgot about those. Like, it wasn't one telling us that they did some updates to them. To where now they don't have health or they don't die anymore or something like that.
They have not died in a long time.
I think you run them back to back.
Oh, I didn't hit the right button. There's another button after it that says confirm redeploy. So,
Void treasure location established.
okay. It is better than it was before.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, that was a distraction. But no, today's been a lot of pain. It's really hard to tell what's going on. A lot is going on. And it's like hard to tell if I'm hungry, I'm not
Extractor deployed.
digesting well. If I go too long without eating, I feel bad. If I eat too much, I feel bad. If I had another one of those, call it an episode, where the first time it happened, I was in the office and it felt like a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
It has happened twice since then, but I was at home and I was prescribed, or I was recommended to use Zantac,
Yeah.
and it seems to work. Or at least, you know, it might do nothing, but the whole thing about what happened the first time around was I just rested and it went away on its own. So maybe taking Zantac and then resting and it goes away on its own, Zantac did nothing. Maybe it makes it go a little faster. Maybe it's a placebo effect. I don't know. But I had exactly that again. Yeah, I don't like any part of it.
I thought it would have stopped after the surgery.
So, the original, it was unclear if it was a gallstone, because it can feel like that, or reflux. And every time I read about reflux, the experience is described as heartburn. And what I experienced was not heartburn. And then I asked, can reflux feel like a heart attack? And it says, yes, it definitely can. I'm like, then why don't you fucking say that?
Extractor in place.
Because I guess everyone's slightly different is what they want to say.
No, it's just inconsistent the way they're explaining it. Like, they're simultaneously true, but like the general experience of reflux is just heartburn. But some people experience it in such a severe way that it feels like a heart attack. It's now common to confuse reflux with a heart attack.
Really?
Okay, then why don't you say reflux can feel like heartburn or a heart attack?
Buried riches are here for the
Say both.
Maybe because if people start looking it up, they would not go to the hospital because they think it might just be acid reflux versus a heart attack, and it's better safe than sorry.
But everything I read says, if you're not sure, err on the side of assume it's a heart attack.
Yeah, but if people hear there's a slim chance, they won't go. I know I wouldn't because of money-wise.
Sure.
I just bled out, 5 pints of blood. And I have more blood inside me. I think I'll be fine.
Well, there's never any stopping that.
I'm just trying to create an excuse where an excuse isn't needed.
Anyway, it's probably reflux, and having your gallbladder removed can increase the frequency of reflux. It is not a solution to prevent it.
Do you know what causes your reflux?
Most likely, my gallbladder was already poorly functioning, and so I was getting extra bile in my system. Because the way the gallbladder is supposed to work is like a little reservoir, and it will collect it from your liver and then provide it when you need it. If it's not functioning, then you just get bile whenever. And if you get too much, it can go up or down. Because it primarily goes to your stomach. It also goes to your bowels. But the common bile duct goes to the top of your stomach, which can then get to your esophagus, and then it can cause heartburn.
Did they give you the pills?
What pills?
There are supposedly, they didn't give them to my mom either, and she's having a hard time trying to get a hold of the physician because you have to go to the person who put it out. But supposedly there are some pills that you're supposed to be prescribed after the gallbladder is removed to help with the bile. So you don't have as many side effects with the removal.
Like lipase?
Possibly. Its name, I don't know. All I know is they didn't tell her any of this stuff, and she's finding out that there was stuff that could have been helping her the whole time, but, you know, basically straight death.
Is inexhaustible.
What?
Straight death.
Angels that roost in the ceremony
Straight.
breaking into the undercroft.
Meaning she can't
Repair
really
the
keep
damage
food
to
in.
keep them at bay. You will have to be nimble to collect those energies.
But she also refuses to change her diet or
They are the
anything.
only means to close the breaches.
There's that too.
Yeah.
So, because your bile goes to your bowels too, it can cause diarrhea. It can cause irritable bowel syndrome. And for me, it was, yes, there's a risk of that, but also if my gallbladder was so low functioning anyway, and I didn't have irritable bowel in that situation, removing it should or could be no different. That's what I'm hoping for, but the weird thing I keep reading is different than what my doctor said and my understanding previously, that there's supposed to be a valve after the gallbladder in the common bile duct that, as my doctor explained, when you've had your gallbladder removed, instead of having a reservoir that fills up and empties, the common bile duct tries to take up that volume, and it can feel a pressure and get uncomfortable until everything stabilizes. But it wouldn't pressurize if there's no valve. Everything I keep reading keeps saying you'll have a continuous flow of bile into your stomach and bowels. What about the valve? It didn't remove the valve. And so I don't know if my doctor was misleading or something else or what.
Miscommunication shit online.
Definitely. But I'm reading multiple sources.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I followed advice. We're gonna see what happens.
The Void Angels are unrelenting.
And meanwhile, the surgery recovery is miserable.
Hold fast.
Yeah. But hopefully it fixes the issue, so that's the whole bottom line. So I know
it's impossible to tell right now.
I get my acid reflux from sugar mostly. If I have too much sugar or I have ice cream or something, with the pie and sugar, I get bad acid reflux. For most of my acid reflux, I don't know what a heart attack feels like, so I can't compare to that, but for me, it's literally I'll have straight acid coming up the back of my throat.
And like, it's burning, right?
Yes.
Right, and then it gives you like burps, and almost like burps, or fully burps.
I call them baby barbs, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely indigestion and heartburn and all that jazz, and it's reflux. And I get that too, sometimes. And this other thing is a strong pain without any of those other symptoms.
Like a jabby pain?
Well, it feels like a heart attack is explained. It makes you clutch your chest. It feels near your heart. It's a little stabby. It's pressure. It's you cannot ignore it. It's like a 9. It's not gonna make you scream out, but it's a little hard to talk while it's there. It makes it a little hard to breathe. It's so bad it gives you a cold sweat. And